My name is Francis Juanes, and I'm the Liber Aero Professor of Fisheries at the University of Victoria in the Department of Biology in beautiful Victoria. I guess I call myself a fisheries ecologist with a PhD in coastal oceanography. So I've been interested in a particular stage of fishes, the juvenile phase, which is the one between the larvae and the adults, because I think it's a very important and understudied stage. And I'm also very interested in underwater bioacoustics and the role of and the effects of noise. I think it's fair to say that most people know that whales and other marine mammals make sounds. It's been known for a long time, but what's much less known is that most fish make sounds as well. And so we have documented now about 1,000 species of fish that make sounds, and there's species-specific sounds. There's a few others that perhaps don't make sounds, but considering that there are about 25,000 fish species, we have a lot more work to do to understand this vast, understudied biodiversity. You could go right down to the harbor right now, put a hydrophone in the water, and discover a new sound. One way we've done that is to put a database together and a website, and it's called fishsounds.net. And one of the reasons why it's been understudied and unexplored is because there was this assumption that the ocean was silent. And one reason for that is that humans don't hear very well underwater, and so they assume nobody else did. But as it turns out, it's not silent, it's a cacophony of sound. And so we are trying to document this diversity. Fish are individuals, and that what happens at the individual level, at the small scale, is really important. So things such as predator-prey interactions, competition among juvenile fishes in small spaces eventually multiplies to the population. So incorporating behavior and individual-based ecology into these population dynamics models, I think can be very important. We consider not only the target species that we're after, but everything else that's around that species, what it eats, what eats it, the nature of the water that it lives in, and of course, the humans and their impact. It takes hard work to come up with answers to what are very, very difficult problems, but that you can get there. Another really important message, I think, is teamwork. That if you are in a lab, you can't do it all alone. You really have to depend on your lab mentors, your lab partners, to get work done. And so it's been both the most rewarding part of my career, training students, and the most challenging part of my career, because we're not very well trained to educate students as academics, unfortunately. But again, seeing them grow intellectually is one of the pleasures of my life. So it's been very rewarding. My work contributes towards the sustainability of a lot of marine resources. So the availability of salmon and rockfish for human consumption. Clean waters by avoiding microplastics and by trying to eliminate noise. But again, I think, as I said earlier, most importantly, through education. So educating the youth so that they can become the leaders of tomorrow. I think education is vital. And for example, in our fish sounds work, we currently have a project called Fish Sounds Educate, where we have a team of people that try and educate the world about the importance of fish sounds and the effects of noise. And we do that from elementary schools all the way up to the college level, and groups of adults in naturalist clubs. And so I think we can do a lot more through education as well.